If you've ever wondered what really goes on inside those magical sweet treat factories that churn out our most beloved holiday goodies, you're in for a ride. Imagine stepping through massive industrial doors and being greeted by the warm aroma of melting chocolate, the cheerful clinking of conveyor belts, and the sight of endless rows of festive creations rolling out like clockwork. This isn't just about candy, it's about the artistry, engineering, and sheer joy that goes into making the treats we crave most during Christmas. From silky chocolate waterfalls to perfectly shaped gingerbread walls, and from glittering sprinkles to tropical pineapple juice, we're going behind the scenes to see exactly how these wonders are made. Trust me, once you know the secrets, you'll never look at your holiday snacks the same way again. It all starts with chocolate, the undisputed star of the show. Before anything else can happen, the chocolate must be perfected. This is no quick task. It begins with fermented cocoa beans that have been carefully dried, roasted, and cracked to separate the precious nibs from their shells. These nibs are ground into a thick, rich mass that eventually yields smooth cocoa powder and cocoa butter. Then comes conking, a slow, meticulous process of mixing and aerating the chocolate at a warm temperature for hours on end. This step refines the texture, mellows any bitterness, and distributes the cocoa butter evenly, creating that melt-in-your-mouth luxury we all recognize instantly. It's the same attention to detail whether the chocolate is destined for a truffle, a candy bar, or a holiday specialty like Jingle Jangle. Speaking of Jingle Jangle, the process is as fun as its name suggests. Imagine Oreo cookies lined up like soldiers, passing through custom rollers that stamp them with their iconic floral pattern and logo, a design that's barely changed in decades. Once baked to perfection in ovens longer than a school bus, the cookies are cooled just enough to keep them from breaking during handling. Then comes the magic moment, the chocolate waterfall. Pretzels, bite-sized cookies, and even popcorn pieces take a dive into this glossy river, emerging coated, shiny, and irresistible. Those pretzels. They're made from high-gluten flour for strength, twisted with precision, and given a quick dip in a warm alkaline bath that creates that signature golden crust and deep, toasty flavor. Watching them travel down the line to their chocolate bath is hypnotic. You could stand there all day, but chocolate isn't the only star on the factory floor. The smell of spices signals that it's gingerbread time. This is no small batch operation here. Flour is measured in tons, molasses in buckets, and butter in vats big enough to bathe in. The dough's thickness is critical. Too thin, and the pieces crumble. Too thick, and they're too heavy to hold their shape. Machines stamp out walls, roofs, and tiny window panes for gingerbread houses, while others cut whimsical shapes like snowflakes, reindeer, and gingerbread men. The pieces are baked immediately for a crisp, sturdy texture that holds up under the weight of royal icing and candy decorations. Royal icing, the sweet glue of the gingerbread world, is as essential as the walls themselves. Once it's piped on, the real fun begins. Colorful Skittles, marshmallows, and rainbow sprinkles transform each house into a miniature winter wonderland. Sprinkles, by the way, aren't just random bits of sugar. They're crafted by extruder machines that shape them before they're tumbled in rotating drums with food-safe dyes, giving them their vibrant hues. Packed and sealed, they're ready to brighten any dessert. Of course, no gingerbread house is complete without candy canes. These striped icons start with boiling sugar syrup that's split, colored, and kneaded until it's pliable. Long ropes are twisted into that reddened white swirl before being curved into their signature hook for a different kind of crunch. Factories also produce Pocky Sticks, slender biscuits, dipped in chocolate and perfect for adding edible detail to gingerbread roofs and fences. And let's not forget the snail-shaped gummies with their chewy spiral shells dusted in cornstarch to prevent sticking. They're as fun to snack on as they are to decorate with. By now, your sweet tooth might be satisfied, but the tour isn't. Over on the tropical side of the holiday spectrum comes pineapple juice production. Pineapples take up to 2 years to mature, and each plant yields just one fruit, making every harvest special. Farmers prepare the soil with black plastic mulch to trap warmth and prevent weeds, then water lightly but regularly. When the fruit ripens, machines roll through the fields to collect them, replacing the back-breaking labor of the past at the factory. The pineapples are blasted with water jets to remove dirt and bacteria from their tough skins. Some are packed whole for fresh markets, while the juicing variety moves on to crushers that extract every drop of golden liquid. The pulp is filtered out, leaving a smooth, sweet juice that's either bottled fresh or carbonated into a sparkling tropical drink. For maximum flavor, many facilities skip pasteurization in favor of cold processing, which keeps the juice's natural sweetness and tang. Bottling lines fill each container with precision, ensuring not a drop is wasted. What ties all these processes together, whether it's chocolate coating pretzels, gingerbread houses getting candy canes, or pineapples turning into bottled sunshinies, the combination of craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. Every machine, every hand that works the line plays a part in creating treats that bring joy to millions during the holidays. And when you think about the journey from cocoa bean to candy bar, from wheat flour to gingerbread house, from tropical field to juice glass, you realize these aren't just snacks. They're edible celebrations, each bite carrying the work of countless people and the magic of the season. If you think making breakfast is as simple as cracking a couple of eggs in a pan, think again, because what you're about to see will change the way you look at factory-made breakfast forever. This isn't just about food, it's about precision, engineering, spotless automation, and the kind of large-scale kitchen magic that happens when technology meets taste. Forget the mess in your own kitchen or the slow pace of a sleepy Sunday morning. These facilities are churning out thousands of perfectly cooked omelets, McMuffins, pancakes, and buttery croissants every single day, with a level of efficiency that would put any home chef to shame. And honestly, once you witness how it all comes together, you might never doubt the quality of commercially made breakfasts again. Let's step into the heart of these breakfast factories and see how they transform raw ingredients into the mouth-watering morning favorites we can't live without. It all starts with the hens, thousands of them living in clean, climate-controlled barns designed for optimal health and productivity. These aren't the dusty backyard coops you might imagine. These are spotless, fully automated environments where feed, water, and air circulation are perfectly regulated. As the hens go about their day, eggs are gently rolled onto moving belts, never touched by human hands. This automated system ensures every egg is collected without cracks or contamination, moving seamlessly toward the next stage. Watching the belts in motion is oddly mesmerizing. The upper tiers hold the feed trays, while the lower conveyors transport the freshly laid eggs toward sorting stations. Here, robotic arms equipped with sensors cradle each egg with care, lifting and placing them with the kind of delicacy you'd expect from a human hand. But with the speed and endurance only machines can manage. Before these eggs are ever cooked, they're thoroughly washed using high-pressure water jets that strip away any dirt or bacteria. Once dried, they're inspected both visually and with automated crack detection systems to ensure only the best make it to production. Damaged eggs are removed instantly, protecting the flavor and consistency of the final product. In massive commercial omelet production, consistency is king, and it starts here. Next comes the cracking stage, where specialized machines tap each shell just enough to open it cleanly. The yolk and white are separated with surgical precision, no shells. No broken yolks, nothing wasted. Watching the streams of golden yolks and clear whites flow into separate channels feels like watching edible liquid gold being mined. From there, The eggs destined for omelets are whisked into a velvety blend before being dispensed in perfect portions by automated nozzles. These nozzles glide over heated griddles, releasing just enough mixture to create uniform sheets of egg. Before the liquid hits the surface, a thin mist of oil is sprayed just the right amount so nothing sticks, but not enough to make the omelet greasy. As the eggs bubble and set, you can almost smell the warmth rising from the griddle. Then comes my favorite part, the rolling stage. Long metal rollers gently curl each omelet sheet into perfect tight rolls, no tearing, no sticking, just flawless golden spirals. Watching them tumble into collection trays is oddly satisfying, like seeing an assembly line for little edible sleeping bags. They're allowed to rest just long enough to lock in flavor before cooling on moving belts, ready to be packaged for shipping. While omelets are the star for some customers, others prefer the simplicity of boiled eggs. That's why many facilities divert a portion of fresh eggs to a separate boiling line. Here, the eggs are cleaned again, then lowered into massive boiling tanks. After cooking, they're plunged into cold water baths to stop the cooking process and firm up the whites. The peeling process is another marvel of engineering. Rows of eggs are gently cracked and rolled until their shells slide off, leaving smooth, perfect boiled eggs. It's almost hypnotic. And the result is a ready-to-eat protein-packed snack with zero kitchen mess. But breakfast factories don't stop at eggs. Imagine a conveyor of golden pancakes sliding past you, each one cooked to perfection and ready to be sandwiched with chocolate filling or topped with syrup. Giant pancake-making robots pour batter in precise circles, flipping and stacking them without missing a beat. Elsewhere, smooth vanilla ice cream is churned to perfection, poured into molds and coated in rich chocolate to make frozen breakfast treats. Everything is so consistent that if you lined up 100 pancakes, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Of course, no breakfast tour would be complete without a look at the McMuffin, fast food icon since 1971. It all begins with the buns, mixed in massive industrial mixers before being cut into identical dough balls. Each ball is proofed in warm chambers, then baked until golden brown. Meanwhile, the meat patties, whether pork sausage, beef, or a regional variation, are shaped and cooked in synchronized fashion. McDonald's has made strides toward sourcing more free-range and cage-free eggs, aiming for 90% cage-free in the US and Canada by 2025. This isn't just about animal welfare. It's about taste, since free-range eggs tend to be richer in omega-3 and vitamins. Then there's the croissant line, mesmerizing ballet of dough and butter. To get that signature flaky texture, sheets of dough are layered with generous slabs of butter, folded and rolled repeatedly by laminating machines. The dough is then cut into long strips and shaped into triangles, which are rolled into the classic crescent form. Some croissants are plain, others filled with raspberry puree, chocolate, or even savory cheeses. Proofing chambers allow the dough to rise slowly, developing flavor before baking. Inside massive ovens, the croissants puff up and turn a deep golden brown, their buttery scent filling the air. Once baked, some are filled with creams or glazes, while others are packaged as Z's for shipment. What's striking about all of this isn't just the sheer scale, it's the cleanliness, precision, and care that go into every step. Whether it's a fluffy omelet, a stack of pancakes, a McMuffin fresh off the grill, or a croissant so flaky it shatters at the touch, every product is the result of meticulous planning and cutting-edge automation. These factories aren't replacing the art of cooking, they're scaling it, ensuring that millions of people can enjoy consistent, safe, and delicious breakfasts every single day. The next time you unwrap a croissant on your morning commute or grab an egg sandwich at the drive-thru, you'll know the extraordinary journey it took to get from farm to plate, and trust me, it's worth appreciating every bite.